Hi, Aries. If you want to come on in, have a seat. Ooh, spirits are here. Here's your ink blot made in your name and essence. If you want to take a screenshot so you can scry in your own time and terms for shapes or symbols that speak to your psyche and psychic senses. Arians will scry your ink blot, add on Tarot and Oracle, and of course we got the spirit box here rocking and rolling already for any sort of audio offerings. Aries, as always, thank you for being my muse, for holding space for me to share my insights and allowing me to be a guest in your aura. If you'd like to take a moment, close the eyes, take a deep breath, releasing the race and the rush, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. Arians, let's go. Okay, I'm tuned into something in the ears. I'm remembering something. I'm seeing elephants in the ears. What are they attached to? It's like, okay, but I'm seeing the elephant ears like an umbilical cord, and it's attached into something when I feel like I was in the womb space, possibly this lifetime or another, but I do feel like it's in the quite present. There's something about like the side of the neck
equinox.
And to the shoulders, like this, here, here. Something about this space quite specifically. Seeing something about, I think it's a fireplace. Oh, okay, no. I don't know if it's a church. Okay, so there's a few symbols coming through, and take what resonates, release the rest. And of course, it's always more important what you see versus what I see. So I'm not sure if this is some sort of church or a school or something like that. I'm also seeing it as a nuclear power plant. And I'm also seeing it as a fireplace, like a hearth or a home. Okay. And now as I'm scrying through, as I was getting another perspective, this is like when I was talking about the space here, like almost like wings. And when I look at up here, now whether this is a schoolhouse, a home, a hearth, nuclear power plant, this, that, or the other, and then see how there's all these things up there. I'm not sure if things are pointed at me or I'm not sure if they're being protected or projected. I don't know. Protective or projected. I'm inside this space, or some part of my head is, and it's remembering it's something's tied into some sort of umbilical cord. I'm also seeing some sort of necklace. I do think this necklace thing is from a different timeline. It's reminding me of a different life. Like I'm seeing an embodiment of a different life that maybe I'm remembering or have started to remember, or I've created for myself, and now I'm going to start living that will bring about a remembering. Like I'm going to start taking steps that in this lifetime may feel new or different, but they're going to bring about a mirroring or a mimicking of a past life that I've had, and they're going to be triggering to that. And I mean triggering in a positive way. I'm going to remember things because I am pulling things from the past, which is really paralleling because I was a different person. Whatever this was, I was a different person. And it's going to bring some of those attributes into this moment, into the now. Does that make sense? Into the now. Because I'm seeing it like a glowworm. Things are going to light up. I'm also seeing a snowman, something about winter, perhaps. I think those are butterfly wings at the hips, I think. But I'm kind of seeing them as is it palm fronds? I don't know what they're called. Okay, so I'm seeing nesting dolls. Yeah, okay, I'm going to leave that because I'm not sure what they are, Aries, sorry. Oh, I can share them in case maybe. Is it morning? Right here. Like, I'm not sure if this is a butterfly wing, a palm frond, or like a feathering, or a... But I'm kind of seeing this nesting doll and this glowworm like come out of this. Like I'm sitting and listening. I'm sitting and listening. Okay, something about like a dome tent. There are... Okay, so I'm going to imagine that those palm fronds, butterfly wings, flower petals, even whatever that being was, the glowworm that's sitting, the snowman, this, that, or the other, like roots, heart, or roots, hip, heart, and head. Roots, hip, heart, and head. Okay, so maybe we'll just stack that snowman of the south, and some things are melting away, but I'm going to keep
Fall
going
equinox.
here. Yours is going quickly, so I hope this is okay. This is the energy of your aura. Maybe this is how some of you are feeling. Nonetheless, so I'm seeing this person, this energy that I believe you were in a past life that you're embodying in this life, starting to. And then I'm down here. So this is where that being is. And see, there's like a dome tent or something along that lines. It might even be portals like fairy doors. And there's people or little creatures coming out to talk to this person in this thing, but you don't see them because you're the energy being generated, power, the nuclear power plant. You are the one generating. They are just like coming up to like offer you things, give you things, whether these are elementals and they are coming out through these portals, or they're maybe people are camping around you or something like that. And they step forward towards you because like you're, oddly enough, like you're just sitting there, you're being left alone. I don't think you need to claim leave me alone is how I'm feeling it. You are being left to your own devices to be left alone. Okay I'm seeing what I think. My first instinct was to say Aries, a cockroach, and I've stepped on it. But this cockroach has the ability to fly. I don't know if that's real, if there's such things as flying cockroaches. We don't need to worry about what's real or not real. Oh, this flying cockroach thing is like just a bee in a buzz, like a buzzkill. They might be in a state, whatever this represents. It could be a portion of you, could be someone external to you, this, that, or the other. They could be in a state of mourning. Because or maybe this is another part of you, if I can wander down that, and only you will know if this is reflective. So if this is like the meditating man, and then I'm down here in this part, it's almost like the shadow and the shine, this, that, or the other. Some part of you is grieving, and I don't want to hear any more about it, is what I just heard. I don't want to hear any more about it. It's like I can see the infinity sign, not cut in two, but it's like on one side it comes in, and then there's all these complications, and then the other side. And it's like, no more of this, no more of this. I do actually feel the strength of your shadow is disconnecting from an infinite loop that has outlived itself, and now it's simply untangling. And this past paralleling life presence, this portion of you, this archetype, this remembering, this wisdom, this something or other, it is actually supported by this shadow aspect or this cockroach thing, whatever it is. Because it's like, even your shadow is saying like, this is what I'm nurturing up here in my mind. And the shadow's mind becomes part of the root of the shine self, or the soul space, whatever you want to call it. Well, they're both soul, but you know what I'm saying. Anyway. All right, Arians, sorry. I just heard I danced with the devil. I'm seeing what I think is like a squirrel or something, but it's disfigured. Or I'm seeing its shadow. Oh, okay. You know what I'm seeing is, I don't know if it's two people, two parts, two aspects, this or the other. It's none of my business. They're holding hands, but I'm seeing, so it's like, as I'm seeing their physical nature do this, their shadows, their like actual shadows are doing other conversations. Yeah, see, it's coming up. There's some sort of duality at play, even talking about the present life to a paralleling past life. Present life, past life, they're actually paralleling. So this is what I'm seeing as well. It's like they're coming together. I can see physical people doing something, but their shadows are having another conversation, like they're doing something different. No, we're not there. Okay, we're there.
Leave me alone.
This has said this a lot. Like, I feel like the Arians are just very focused on themselves, but I do admit the claiming of leaving me alone, of course, sovereignty of yourself and soul to say, leave me alone. This is what I want. This is what I wish. I don't actually know that it needs to be said. When it's almost like it's oversaid. So once it keeps saying it over again, we're like, yeah. So using those strong words for when you're in very particular moments. Arian energy, please. Dust Devil, moving out of stagnation. Jeweled web, connectivity. Stars in the sky, limitless possibility. There's that meditating man, joyful music, inspiration. On the bottom is winter's dream, gestation period. Okay, I'll leave that. And I'm going to flip this while I'm just going to take in these oracle cards. Yeah, you're leaving something. You leave Dust Devil, moving out of stagnation. This kind of feels like that whirlwind of like a storm feel, but it's not a storm. It feels like an energy, like I'm sandblasting something when an energy, entities, even of myself, external, internal, when I'm feeling stagnant, I become like from a high heart space, this dust devil, that sandblast to say, leave here, leave here. Even if these spirits are still in density and they're alive or they're afterlife, like you are claiming that sovereignty to say, leave here. But again, not saying it so much that it loses its power. Jeweled web connectivity, because you are dusting out debris from different lifetimes for the benefit of the present moment and all of the present moments. Does that make sense? Yes, all of the present moments. And you're connected. And you're realizing as you're connected in that bridge, which to me, and so like there's that meditating shine that we saw earlier. The bridge is the parallel, the past, the present, the him, the her, the they, the me, the I, the whatever the case may be. Apply any beautiful, paradoxal polarity you would like. The bridge in between is the paralleling possibility to see. Joyful music and inspiration coming through. This is what I feel like I'm creating. I am plucking particular tones. I am plucking chords of my own self, my environment, energies, this, that, or the other, whatever it may be. And when I'm with somebody, like remember when I was seeing whether it's the two people, two aspects, this, that, or the other, they were doing one thing, the shadow was doing another. If it's harmonious music, for it to flow, for it to complement, this is what the Arians are looking for. This is what the Arians are creating and cultivating very consciously and subconsciously. The shadow being subconscious, the shine being conscious. Apply whatever you want with the pre-conscious being in between. If it is not inspiring to both parties in some way, some might be the low tone, some might be the high tones. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Doesn't matter. They understand the whole spectrum. But Arians are getting specific. Arians are getting specific. Okay. Getting ready to close out here. I have flipped your ink blot. I'm seeing, I think they're ducks. They might be loons, but I'm seeing them as ducks for simplicity's sake, with baby ducks flying behind them. I feel like this is bringing me into that whole past life, present life, paralleling present moment of all that is. Everyone's being nurtured. Everyone's being nurtured. And you are a part of that by being present with it. I'm also seeing like a dancing frog. And when I say dancing frog, I mean like a happy, happy frog. It feels very joyful up here. Whether this is the work you've already done, whether it's the work you're continuing to cultivate, it feels splendid. I feel splendid when I'm here. And I have talked what feels like to me incredibly fast. And maybe that's, you might feel like things are moving too fast. Time is moving really, really fast. But inside, I feel, or maybe when I take a moment to sit on a tree stump, a contemplating, thinking tree, or this, that, or the other, and it's like, and this is where I control time. I'm seeing some sort of tribal being.
Father.
It could be a father figure, could be male. I don't know, they just feel tribal. And I don't know why. Okay. My first instinct was to be like, oh, they didn't feel great. Like skinwalker-y kind of feel. The lore of skinwalker anyway, versus the actual gift of being able to do such. And then once I had that, and maybe this is like part of the Aryan thing, I can have my first instinct or reaction, and then I take a moment and I respond. And I'm like, oh, then I'm also seeing it as somebody in a powwow, and they are in a very large, intricate dress of their expression for the powwow. And like, I mean, like it's big, like it goes out quite a lot in two spaces. It's like there's a little bit here, there's a massive out there, and then more again at the waist and even at the feet. Like it is quite the dress. Like there's the head, there's the things I was talking about going out more, and the feet. There's those loons or ducks. And the frog things, the frog fountain of luck. I feel like there was something when I was talking about the frogs, like I'm seeing some sort of cartoon, like a frog with a cap and a cane. Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragged up gal. I don't know if that's in my imagination or if that's a real thing I remember. Listening came up. There's that elephant, the listening, the remember, and the music. More music, and making a choice. Past, present, or past, future, present. Like there's this whole paralleling feel of power. The duality of choices, making a choice, choose your connections and dust out those that do not serve. And sometimes, it's a little bit of like a sandblasting situation. Other times it could be, it's almost like the other energy, even of yourself, is going to dictate what is recalled. Mornings come through a few times. I do feel as though that there's some sort of grief period that's going on. I'm seeing a very large lizard or alligator type creature that is slow moving, and it's like sucking tears out of your eyes or anything that's been like clogging your tear ducts, Aries. They're helping you. It is slow moving. So I feel like whatever grieves, because you might be going through paralleling lives as well as they're resurfacing. Yeah. They're helping you move through this. And there is an angel there. You're tapped into it. You're tapped into more of your realities than one. And emotionally, this is about riding that wave and knowing that if you're tapped into another reality aspect of yourself, this, that, or the other, They are working. You are like, you know how you might feel them, they also feel you. Coming to life, there's that dancing frog feel. Coming to life. This morning, grieving, dusting, gestation period, this whole thing of making choices is all funneling down to your innocence of intention and what does not serve, or what is moving through. Like now I'm seeing this as like it's like almost like a Hindu elephant, like it's a very dressed up elephant. Anyway, and it's all being funneled out. All being funneled out. Interesting, as I'm getting ready to close out here, like here's the angel wings and here's the head and the body. And then I'm also seeing this is a head with the arms up. You've made your sacrifices. I'm now seeing it as like a timer with sand in it. Time flies. Time flies. Time flies, and I do have the sensation of speed all throughout your reading, Aries. I think it's happening quicker than you think. Maybe it's happening a little too fast, but I do feel like there's going to be a period, maybe it's the fall equinox or more in deep winter, that you're going to be able to really digest it all.
Leave here.
And move through it. And then express it, embody it. I feel like you just might be in this particular time where you're plucking a lot of chords. Like there's a whole orchestra, you know, like one of those people who can, you know, they've got the drum, the tambourines are over here, but they're also like one of those one-man bands. That's what it feels like. You are music. You are making music, making whatever it is, so that your heart and soul sings, your shadow and sign, shine, sing. And that includes other people around you. Do we sing together? Or is this awkward? This powwow person feels like they are they're under my feet. I don't know if they're like doing a rain dance or something. I don't know what they're doing, but it's happening around me. And it kind of makes me remember. Yes. And there's some sort of protection about it as well. Like I feel the heartbeat emanating to me. Okay, Aries, I'm going to leave it here. Thank you so much for being my muse. I'm not sure if I said like, share, subscribe, but I'm so grateful for all those who do and who support in any way, shape, or form. You are amazing, and I will see you next time for your color ink blot, and we'll get another picture. Thank you.